Hi, this is Brian Glass. I'm a personal injury lawyer in Fairfax, Virginia, and we're talking about today how long does it take an insurance company to pay out a claim. So important to remember that in an auto accident case, we're generally talking about at least three different kinds of claims. You have a property damage claim, you have a medical expense benefits claim, and you have a liability claim. The easiest of those is the property damage claim because except in a total loss, it's almost never being paid out to you. So the process for property damage is you take your car usually to a shop that's approved by your insurance company or by the other guy's insurance company, although you can go to a non-approved shop if you want to. And the auto insurance company is going to pay that shop directly, both for the initial estimate and then for any repairs or damages that they find after they look under the hood or under your trunk. Most of the time, you're not going to see any money on a property damage case except in a diminished value situation or, of course, if you have a total loss. And the total loss claims, they get paid really fast once the estimate is done. So important if you have a total loss to make sure that your insurance company has listed the correct mileage on the car, that they've given you credit for all of your options, that they've got the right trim package on your car. I had a client recently where the insurance company hadn't done that correctly. And if they've done all those things, then the car is sort of worth what the report says it's worth. And there's not really much need to hire a lawyer to fight over that. And then the insurance company is interested in getting the title from you and cutting you a check immediately because they're incurring daily storage fees typically at whatever lot or collision center your car is sitting in. So property damage claims, they get paid out really quickly if there's not a dispute about liability. Second kind of claim is a medical expense benefits claim. That's the claim where your insurance company is reimbursing you for your out-of-pocket copays or out-of-pocket medical costs as the case is going along. And these get paid sort of as you submit them. So you can submit your hospital bill and records as soon as you get them, and while you're still treating for the rest of your case. You can submit physical therapy records as you're going along. It really depends on how fast you get them to the insurance company. And typically they get paid out pretty quick because they're not in contest and you're not settling your case when you're doing that. The longest claims are liability claims. And so in order to get a liability claim paid, you've got to give the other guy's insurance company all of your medical bills and records. And then depending on the size of the case, they may evaluate it really quickly and make you an offer, or it may take them a very long time. There may be a number of layers of approval that the adjuster has to get from management in order to make you an offer. So, for example, if all you did is went to a hospital, you're going to get the hospital bills and records, send it to the adjuster. That's an easy case to evaluate. $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 on top of your medical bills is typically what we would see in those kinds of cases. And it's easy for the frontline adjuster to make that decision and make those payments. Depending on the insurance company, if you have $25,000, $50,000, $100,000 in medical costs and your case is obviously worth much more than that, the adjuster who's your primary handler of your case probably does not have authority to make an offer of $50,000, $100,000, $200,000. And so they probably have to go to their manager. And sometimes that manager has to go to their manager. So typically what we see is it takes about 30 days for a case to be evaluated and an offer to be made. Sometimes longer. But at that 30, 31 day mark, we're always calling and saying what's going on with the file, when can we expect an offer, just to make sure that things are moving. And then once you get into negotiations, if you agree on an amount with the insurance company, the claim gets paid really quickly. Sometimes, especially if you don't have a lawyer, they're almost always going to wait until you return the release before they cut a check to you. So it's important to sign the release and get it back to them. But once you've signed the release and given it back to the insurance company, they cut the check almost immediately. And so after you've agreed on what the claim is worth, you're going to get paid really quickly.